Okay, you guys caught me where I've got time today. So I'm going to do another video that talks about something that I talked about. I'm going to combine the two together. We are going to talk about lines and legs because, again, I've had somebody ask me what that means. So to start with a line. So what a line is something that you're not going to see unless you're a senior. So what a line is it basically is the opposite of reserve. It means that you have been with the airline long enough where you hold enough seniority where you can hold a line, meaning you know where you are flying every single month. Now, we bid our schedule, whether it's a line or a reserve, every single month. So line holders, they bid for the position they want to fly, the day of the week they want to be off, or the days of the week they want to work. They bid for the position that they want, A, B, C, or D. I think I said this already. They bid their aircraft, and they also bid their layover destination. So as a line holder, it is chef's kiss. You have complete control. The cool thing about my airline is after you have passed your 6 months probation, then we do what's called a line reserve rotation, where 1 month you get a line, 1 month you're on reserve, 1 month you get a line, 1 month you get a reserve. Whereas line holders are strictly line holders. They usually do not ever work reserve, and they definitely don't sit at airport standby. Okay, so that is what holding a line means, or what a line means. As a reserve, what you are bidding for when you bid you're basically just bidding for your days off, because that's really all you can do. So you can bid to say, I want Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off, or whatever. And based on your seniority will determine what you get. Okay. Then the next thing we have are something called legs. Now, legs are basically your flight pairing of what you fly. So for example, Phoenix to Long Beach, it's considered one leg. Your trips, your 3-day trips, are comprised of 2-day legs if you are extremely lucky, which means I would fly from Phoenix to Long Beach to, I don't know, Aruba. That would be consisting of 2 legs or a pairing for 1 day. So usually you have anywhere from 2 legs to, I've seen as high as 4 or 5 legs, but that's usually if you're doing extremely short flights like the West Coast Shuffle, which are basically you're flying all of West Coast for. So like Phoenix to Long Beach to Oakland, Oakland to Palm Springs, like very, very short trips that are usually like an hour. Those flights, you're usually going to have like 4 and 5 legs. That may sound great, but just think that's 5 times you got to do that demo. That's 5 times you got to clean that aircraft. That's 5 times you got to make those announcements. I personally despise that. That's 5 up and downs. That's 5 legs in 1 day. That's a lot. Or that also happens when you're doing the Texas 2-step, when you're going from like Dallas to Houston or Houston to Lubbock or wherever. So very, very short flights. Usually you're looking at like, we call it like 3-2-3 or 2-3-3. That means you're flying 2 legs 1 day, 3 legs the next day, 2 legs the next day. That is how that kind of works. Now, as a line holder, you actually get to bid for that. As a reservist, you do not. So you do not know. That's why it's always best to assign yourself. So at least if you assign yourself, you know what you're working. If you do not, again, you really have no idea. You could be flying 4 legs 1 day, 3 legs the next day, 4 legs the next day, and it could be really, really, really exhausting. Let me also talk about, I can tie in layovers on there too. So on a 3-day trip, you will usually have 2 layovers. So you will fly your first day 1, and then you'll have a layover. Then you'll fly your day 2, then you'll have a layover. Then you'll fly your day 3, and your day 3 will always bring you home. So when we fly out, we are only out on our layovers for 2 days. And then your layovers, like I said, they could be pretty much anywhere that our airline flies is where you can have a layover. Our layovers usually last anywhere from 10 hours up to, I've seen 22, 23 hours, but those are usually like Hawaii layovers because it's such a long flight. So you usually lay over for 24 hours or 22 hours. But typically it's anywhere from like 14 to 17 hours, which is not a bad layover because in our contract, we have two different types, long layovers and short layovers. Short layovers are usually 10 hours or less, and those layovers are always going to be at an airport hotel. Then our long layovers, based on our contract, they have to always be in a city center or they have to be near a beach. So it actually gives you time to go out and do stuff. Now, your layovers, you could arrive at 2 o'clock in the morning at your destination and that starts your layover. And then you will fly out the next morning at like, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So you basically have from 2 o'clock in the morning till maybe 12 o'clock the next afternoon to do whatever you want to do. So I always try to look for layovers that are actually at times where I could actually do something versus layovers where basically all you have time to do is sleep. So I am a firm believer, for me, I don't really care where my layovers are because I figure I have enough time and our schedules are so flexible where I don't need to lay over someplace. I can just go there on my off days. Like some people are like, oh, I love the Hawaii trips because you get to lay over in Hawaii. A 20-hour layover in Hawaii after you've just flown 4 legs does not sound appealing to me. I would rather just go to Hawaii on my day off and chill in Hawaii. So I am that person where I'll go to Lubbock, Texas. I'll go to Columbus, Ohio. I'll go to the places that nobody really wants to go to because in all honesty, like I really don't care. Because if there's someplace I truly, truly want to go, I'll move my schedule around so that I have the time off so that I can actually go and spend time there in those cities. Or I will look for layovers where there's places where I actually have friends or there's people there that I want to see. So then that makes it a little bit, worth it. But outside of that, I'm not one of those flight attendants that actually care. I am more concerned about when I'm looking for trips. My main priority, number one, is I'm looking to see how many legs it is. If it's more than 3 legs in a day, I'm more than likely going to do whatever I can to get rid of it. The next thing I look for is positions. If it's a D position and it's 3 legs or less, I'm going to snatch it up. If it's a C position and it's 3 legs or less, I'm going to snatch it up. That's kind of what I look for when I'm bidding. As far as the days of the week are concerned, I don't care. I'll fly Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'll fly Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I really don't care about my days off. Some flight attendants do. So it's, again, when it comes to this job, there's a lot of flexibility. There's a lot of things that go into bidding and you crafting your own schedule. And also consider this. If you get a schedule that you just absolutely hate, you can trade it with somebody else. Or if you're really desperate, you can pay somebody to take it and then you can go pick up whatever else you want. So there you have it. That is the breakdown on legs and lines and a little bit about bidding. If you have any other questions, drop a comment down below and I will create another video to answer your questions.